Hey guys, Stitching May here to do my January update. In this update, I'm going to have some of my cross stitch stuff, and I'm also going to talk some about my Stitch from Stash challenge that I'm doing. I'm going to put that part at the beginning of the video. I also have a little small part on my blog. I'll probably do more in the video than on the blog, but some of the people, since it is a blog thing, want it to just be the blog. I'll be posting a link rather to the video in the blog post, so you can go there, go here to see the Stitch from Stash. Some of my subscribers have said they wanted to know about it. Later on, the next videos, let me know if you want to see the Stitch from Stash in the videos. If not, then I won't put it in there. Just kind of let me know what you think. Just leave a comment, let me know what you think. So I guess I'll start from the Stitch from Stash challenge. We have a $25 a month budget. Gift cards don't count, and stitch-alongs that you're already part of don't count. I was a little unclear on that because I am doing a stitch-along by Alessandra Adelaide through her Facebook group. If you're a member of her Facebook group, you can then sign on to the Mystery Halloween stitch-along, and then you will be added to a subgroup, which that's just for the mystery stitch-along. If you're on Facebook, I think it's just called Alessandra Adelaide. Needleworks is the Facebook group, and then once you're added there, it is a closed group. You have to request to be added. You can then join the stitch along. I think it's like $16 US dollars, not sure. So with that said, I had bought the pattern for this stitch along and the fabric before 2014 came around, but I still had to buy the floss, and I wasn't sure how that worked. I contacted Mel, and she said that does not count since it was for the stash or for the stitch along. So all in all, I ended up spending $3.60 this month on stash. I got this Wildflowers by Karen. I had originally got this for a specific purpose, but then I'm not liking the colors it is, so I'm gonna end up just putting it in my stash. And then I bought a pair of folding scissors for 60 cents, and they aren't worth me finding them to show them to you because they were a complete fail. You know, I guess you get what you pay for. But that's what I spent. I did get some floss away bags, but that was I used part of a gift card for that, so that didn't count towards the stash because it was a gift. But that's really everything on the Stitch from Stash. Mine's not very exciting this month. I don't know how that works. I don't know I think now I can apply the rest of the money from this month to next month, but I don't see myself. I'm going to try to stick to $25 each month and just keep it that way. That way I'm saving money. That's the whole purpose, right? So, but that's what I got. Just some, I think it's called Marigold. Yeah, it's called Marigold. It was $2.80 at my needle shop. Apparently, the new price is $3.50, but she paid the $2.80. It's been there for a while, so she didn't charge me the extra price for it. Really nice lady. Okay, with that said, stitching this month has not been great. I don't know. My son is either hit the terrible twos about a month late, or either he's teething. He's just been, by the time he goes to bed, I'm ready to exhaust. You probably hear him in the background playing with his aunt, my sister, by the way, playing with his choo-choos. And he's going to sound completely sweet and make me look like a horrible mom. But anyway, he's been being kind of rough, and by the time he goes to bed, I myself am ready to go to bed. So I haven't got a lot of stitching done. I did start a Alessandra Adelaide Christmas cardinal ball. I started that on New Year's Eve. It's part of a separate stitch along that's not on the Alessandra site. It's just any Alessandra design that you wanted to do. And I'm doing Christmas cardinal ball, and that is my progress so far. I am using DMC, I think it's number 115. Let me make sure. Yes, 115. It's a red and kind of dark red variegated thread on an 18 count. It's called White and Silver. I picked this up at a store in Pigeon Forge called Dixie Darling. It was just kind of random. I don't know what brand it is, or it was just said White and Silver Ada. I don't know if you can see the sparkly in the camera or not. But there's that. I then worked on Starry Night, which once I start my the stitch along, I will put Starry Night to the side, and the Halloween stitch along will go there. It's a 7-month I'll tell that in a minute. Let me show this first. I'm jumping ahead of myself here. There's the Starry Night. I actually finished one page which would be my second page down here, and started the third page. I'm really excited about the progress I got there. I don't know how close I need to be for you to see this. But this all filled in on this side and that side, and I love stitching this. It's got just enough confetti to keep it interesting, but then not so much that I feel like it's tedious. There that is. And then I was supposed to stitch on the verse for my coworker, and at that point I've lost my stitchy bug. That's the week that my son started with the teething and sleeplessness and not sleeping at night and not napping during the day. And I don't know if it's a combination of the project. Like I said, I don't know. It just heartens me to stitch it in the first place. So, but I've got to get it done. I'm going to do better next month. I also work on that on the weekends while I'm at work during my lunch break. So I will get some progress done. There's nothing to show you right now. I haven't done anything on it. I'm horrible and shameful. But there's Starry Night. And then this is the fabric I got to stitch the Halloween stitch along on. It is 32 count Belfast Stormy Night. I got it from 123stitch.com. I think the lady said it was Zweigart fabric. And it's kind of gray and variegated. I think 415, I believe, was the closest color they compared it to. And then this is the floss that I got. I had about half of these in my own stash. I finally got enough floss and I'm not having to always buy floss. But I don't know. They're pretty purples and oranges and greens. And I think it's yellows and reds. I think it's going to be so pretty all together once it's a Halloween thing. But not a lot to update this video. And just being a really rough month with my son, and just haven't had my stitchy bug. I'm hoping that it comes back more. I am working on 99 bottles. I think I got like 10 stitches done. It's, again, not worth showing you any progress. I don't have a lot of progress for you this month. I do have a little something that I got that, again, does not really count towards the stash I asked Mel. It's a photo album that I got. I thought about making my own, kind of trying to do the whole junk journal thing, and then maybe sewing my own cover. But then I found this one, and my favorite color is this turquoise color, so I thought this was perfect. But it is a double photo album, and I'm planning to use this like a stitch journal. I'm going to put a picture of every project in the top, and then in the bottom put kind of just the details about it, who the pattern's by, what size I stitched on, and if it was a gift, who it was given to, and when I started it, if I know, and when I completed it. Some of them won't have that because they're going to be batch projects. And sorry, apparently that was a tractor going across my living room. There's construction going on in my living room along with choo-choos. That's something I don't know, the stitch date, start date, and completion date, but I thought that would be neat because, you know, sometimes I look back and I forget things I've stitched, and that way I'll always know. But I love the peacock and I love the turquoise. I got this at it's a store here in my hometown called Tuesday Morning. I don't know if they have them wherever you guys are or all over the world. But it's kind of like it's not really a thrift store. It's kind of like a discount store. It's like, I think they kind of like a fancy Big Lots. This is only $5 there. They've got a whole crafts area. They've got a clearance section. It's really neat. I spend way too much time in that store. But I'm thinking that's everything for now. Sorry I failed you and there's not a lot of progress. Hopefully I will have more next month. And thanks for watching. Please rate and subscribe, and leave comments again if you want me to leave the stitch from stash part in there, or if you think it would be better to make it a completely separate video. I'm not good at that yet. Just let me know what you think. Thanks for watching and stay safe.